I didn't talk. I didn't tell anybody. Get that smoke out of my face, Mary Jane. What I want to talk about is something pretty simple. I've done this before, but this is going to be the shortest video. Compensating for the time distance. By the time you got to this, you may not have been here watching it anymore. 2 is smaller. 3 is bigger. The question is, how much bigger? Because it has to be minimum. This one has to be a minimum, okay, of 2 numbers, okay? If it's below 11, you'll be going below and inside of a virtual zone. You must make this a minimum number with 2 numbers of 22. The reason for that, I'll explain in a second, and I'm going to show you. The reason for 3, the reason for 4, the reason for 5. First of all, when we speak about telephone numbers, and we have 3 numbers, we're in the same area. When you use the last 4 numbers, what you're actually explaining is the 4th number is a whole number. And the first number is actually the whole number. And this is the way it works. If you have $3.33, and I give you, remember, point for 2 numbers. If I show you a point, and there's 2 numbers, but I only show you 1 number, there's a sure thing that the 1 number I show you will not be a penny. It won't be 5 cents, it won't be 7 cents, or 8 cents. When you have the dots, you need 2 numbers to explain how many 10 cents there are. If you have only 1 number, it'll say 10 cents and you have only 1 10 cents. Otherwise, it'll show you the part and in between of the 10 cents that you have. It's that simple. When you have 1 number in addition, right, that final number is always added up to the end. Let's say you take $3.30 and $3.89. Well, the last 2 numbers of 3 and 9 will come together and they will never change. They will count for their whole number that they are. So when we bring things to a single number count, that's exactly what's happening. We're not shifting the number up. You have 13, we've shifted the number up. I'm going to just show you this. I'm going to make it in circles. I'm not sure. Okay. Here's how it works. If I give you, okay, anything less than 3 numbers, will end up over here. Anything higher than 100, okay, excuse me, anything higher than 200 will end up over here. Anything higher than 400 will end up over here. Anything bigger than 500 will end up over here. Now, if we are big enough in increasing the size of a picture, if we are not big enough to increase the size of the picture, that picture will go from this area into this area, getting smaller and smaller. Always taking up this area. This picture of this size is always taking up this area and this area, but it'll be shrinking out of this area. The last area it ends up is right here in the middle. 10, 10, 20. 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 100,000 souls are on the line. And the bigger you make it, if we go to 4 numbers, okay, the 3 numbers can make it up to 9 times as large as it is. But when we go to the 4th number, okay, I make it 10 times its value. So that 4th number will say 10 times its value. If I go to a 5th number, it's 10,000 times its valued size. And how far over? Over here is 2. In order to get the whole picture over to this side, I'd have to go from 2 numbers, which is smaller, to 4 numbers, but that won't work. I automatically have to go from 3 numbers to 5 numbers to get it from this side to the picture to this side. By duplicating its size, how much will it shift the picture off of that area? So we do follow. You mark less than 100%, and you multiply something. 70 times $1 is now 70 cents. But if I multiply it 100 and something times that, I will get more than the same dollar. If I go 200, I will get twice as much and more of the same dollar. If I go 1,000, I will be getting $10 or 10 times as much. So we must understand the value of expression. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. This is the greatest time. It is July 4th. I can hear them singing. I can hear the bombs bursting in air. The bombs bursting in air. The woman flooded in the ocean. Her water has broken. Things have opened up. There is now a diameter space before the child enters the world. It could take 6, 8 days or 2 days to induce A day is considered 1,000 days, apparently. We have 1,000 days to go. 2 would be 2,000 days, and that would be 10 years. But believe you me, the water has busted a long time ago. Raphael, 1776. And the day of the year, I have to count, I forget, to May 5th is 126 this year. Add 25 days to the end of May is 151. Add 30 days of June is 181. In 4 days, it's the 185th day this year, representing Electric Company. On the 184th day on the 184th day, okay, which is every year, 3 years in a row, we get the 184, which is a representation of the spirit in Pluto, but it's 92 twice, which is the birth inside B&I, the bi world, okay? So we'd have 184 times 3 equals 552 plus 185 equals 2, 737 today in a leap year. The next year, we're going to have to plus 364 equals 2, 1101. 10, 11, 21, residing in the cube, the piece that has created the 10-star system, 1101, Raphael 7286, and always the longest of videos. Thank you for watching.